I ate for evicting my entire family after they tried to steal my fortune. Throw away for obvious reasons. I'm a 35M, and I've got a family that's basically a dumpster fire wrapped in dysfunction. There are 9 of us total. Me, my parents both in their 60s, my older brother 38M, his wife 36F, their 2 kids teens, my younger sister 32F, her husband 33M, and my aunt, my mom's sister, 58F, who lives with us all. We've all been crammed into this one apartment building in the city for years. It's a mid-sized complex with about 20 units, and somehow my family occupies half of them. Rent's cheap because, well, family discounts or whatever. Or so they thought. Growing up, I was always the black sheep. My dad was a failed businessman who blew through his savings on bad investments. Mom was the enabler who doted on my siblings but treated me like an afterthought. Brother was the golden child, star athlete, married young, popped out kids. Sister was the princess, got everything handed to her. Aunt was just there, mooching off everyone. Me, I was the family loser. The one who dropped out of college to chase dreams that no one believed in. They called me the family disappointment, behind my back and sometimes to my face because I didn't have a flashy job or a spouse or kids. And the family hog, because I'd occasionally borrow money or crash on couches when times were tough early on, even though I always paid it back with interest. Fast forward to now. They've been plotting against me for months. I overheard them at a family dinner. Yes, one of those obligatory hellfests where everyone pretends to like each other. They were talking about how I was squandering what little I had and that they deserved a piece of any inheritance or assets I might have. Turns out, my dad had some old life insurance policy in my name from when I was a kid, and they figured out a way to contest it or something. But it gets worse. They hired a shady lawyer to try and declare me incompetent, claiming I was mentally unstable based on some old depression episodes I had in my 20s so they could seize control of my fortune. What fortune? They thought I had hidden savings or something from odd jobs. Little did they know, I own the damn apartment building. And a multi-million-dollar tech startup that I bootstrapped in secret over the last decade. It started as a side hustle in app development, blew up during the pandemic, and now it's valued at over $50 million. I bought the building 5 years ago under a shell company because I wanted to keep my family close. Stupid, I know, but also because it was a good investment. I've been subsidizing their rents without them knowing, charging them peanuts while I cover the rest. They've been living like kings on my dime, trash-talking me the whole time. The betrayal hit when I found out they were forging documents to protect my assets for the family. My brother was leading the charge, saying things like, he's the family hog, always taking without giving back. Time we take what's ours. My sister chimed in with, yeah, the disappointment finally pays off. Even the kids were in on it, mocking me online in family group chats. So, I ate if I decide to pull the rug out from under them. I've got the eviction notices ready. They have no idea what's coming. Update 1. Holy crap, you guys blew this up. Thanks for all the support. Most of you are saying NTA, which honestly feels validating after years of gaslighting. A few called me ta for not communicating, but trust me, communication in this family is like talking to a brick wall that's also on fire. Anyway, I did it. I called a family meeting last night in the building's common area. Everyone showed up, smug as hell, probably thinking it was about dividing up my fortune or something. My dad even brought the lawyer. I stood there, looked them all in the eye, and dropped the bomb. First off, I said, I'm not the family loser. I'm the owner of this building. And second, I'm the CEO of a company worth millions that none of you knew about because you never bothered to ask or believe in me. The looks on their faces, priceless. My brother laughed at first, thinking it was a joke. Then I pulled out the deeds, the business filings, everything. Printed copies, timestamps, the works. My sister's jaw hit the floor. Mom started crying, saying, how could you hide this from us? Dad went red, sputtering about how I owed them for raising me. Aunt just sat there, mouth open like a fish. Then came the evictions. I handed each household their notice, 30 days to vacate. No extensions. Rents. Turns out they've been underpaying for years because I was covering it. Now, market rate applies if they want to stay, which is triple what they pay. But nah, evictions it is. Chaos ensued. Brother screamed that I was the family hog for hoarding wealth. Sister accused me of being the disappointment for not sharing sooner. The kids' teens, mind you, started recording on their phones, yelling about how I'd regret this. Even the lawyer bailed, muttering about conflicts of interest. They tried to fight back, called the cops, but everything's legal. I own the place fair and square. Now they're scrambling, begging for forgiveness in texts, offering to make it right. Too late. I've already got movers lined up for their stuff if they don't comply. Feeling empowered for the first time in years. What's next? Probably selling the building once they're out. Or turning it into luxury condos. Either way, they're done leeching off me. Update 2. Okay, things have escalated way beyond what I expected. First off, thanks again for the DMs and comments, reading them has been a sanity check. Most still say NTA, but a few are worried about legal repercussions. Don't worry, I've got my own lawyers on this, top-tier ones from my business network. After the evictions dropped, my family lost it. They didn't just beg, they plotted revenge. My brother and his wife started spreading rumors online, claiming I stole the family fortune. What fortune? They had none. Sister's husband tried to break into my unit, caught on security cams, now there's a restraining order. Dad had a health scare, fake, according to docs, to guilt me into backing down. Mom's been calling non-stop, sobbing about how I'm tearing the family apart. Aunt, she's the wild card, turns out she was the one feeding them info about my incompetence from old family stories. But the real kicker, they found out about my business through some digging, probably hacked my email or something low level. Now they're suing me, claiming emotional distress, and that I owe them shares because family support helped me build it. Laughable. My startup was funded by my own savings from freelance gigs they mocked. Court's gonna throw it out, but it's annoying. I've upped security in the building. Changed locks, hired guards. They're still living there for now, but tensions are boiling. Last night, there was a confrontation in the hallway. Brother cornered me, calling me the family loser, one last time, saying they'd make me pay. The kids egged him on. It's like a bad soap opera. I'm not backing down. Evictions proceed. Once they're out, I'm cutting all ties. Maybe move to another city. Business is booming anyway. Just closed a big deal that pushes us to $100 million valuation. They had no idea what they were messing with. One more update coming if things get crazier. Stay tuned. Update 3 final. I don't even know where to start. This has turned into a nightmare straight out of a thriller movie. If you're just catching up, read the previous posts. TLDR. Family betrayed me, tried to steal what they thought was my fortune. I revealed I own the building and a massive business, evicted them. Now, it's over, but not how anyone expected. Eviction day came. They refused to leave peacefully. Cops were called, but my family barricaded themselves in their units, screaming about injustice. It turned into a standoff. Media got wind, local news crews showed up, turning our building into a circus. My brother, ever the leader, rallied them. He's the family hog. The disappointment. We'll fight for what's ours. Things spiraled when they forced their way to the roof. I don't know why. Maybe symbolic, overlooking the city I stole from them. All 9 of us ended up there. Me, parents, brother, his wife, their 2 kids, sister, her husband, and winds whipping, rain starting to pour. They cornered me, demanding I sign over everything. Dad had a crowbar from where? Brother a knife from the kitchen. Sister's husband swung a bat. Even the teens had improvised weapons, bottles, chains from the maintenance shed. It was a death battle. No exaggeration. They lunged first. Brother slashed at me, screaming I'd pay for being the loser. I dodged, years of secret gym time paying off, part of my disappointing lifestyle, apparently. Chaos erupted. Mom tried to grab me, slipped on the wet roof. Dad swung the crowbar, hit Aunt instead. She went down hard, over the edge. Screams echoed. Fights broke out among them too. Sister blamed brother for starting it, her husband tackled him. One teen pushed the other in the frenzy. I fought back, survival mode. Punches, kicks, grapples near the ledge. Dad charged me, I sidestepped, he tumbled off. Mom wailed, lunged at me, but sister accidentally shoved her in the scuffle. Down she went. Brother and his wife double-teamed me. I disarmed him, used the knife in self-defense. Blood everywhere, rain washing it away. The kids panicked, one slipped off the roof trying to run. Sister's husband bashed brother's head, family turning on each other. I took him out with a chokehold. In the end, it was me versus sister and the last teen. She came at me with nails and teeth, calling me every name. I threw her off, she hit the parapet, over. Teen hesitated, begged, but slipped in the blood. I'm the sole survivor. Cops arrived too late. Rooftop massacre, they called it. Self-defense, my lawyers argue. Evidence from cams, witnesses below. Building's mine, but it's a crime scene now. I'm done. Selling everything, disappearing. Families gone, betrayers to the end. If there's a lesson, it's don't underestimate the loser. and.it doesn't matter anymore. Peace out, Reddit.